So, all right, we'll do that real quick, what you have. But first, let's. That's probably assuming that you don't have the T45. T30 has a little bit more thrust, but for something that long, I think I'd rather have the T45. Radio parachutes are nice, but we're not going to do that quite yet. .2, so that's still on the low side, but I guess it's enough. Yeah. 2, 4, 6, 8. So that's 5 large tanks worth. Oop, don't need that many. Okay, so this is going to be the this is basically an adaptation of the suggestion that Azard put for us. And that's not going to connect like that, is it? Yes, it will. Yes, it will. Those pop at the same time. And we're looking... Plenty of room there. And stage recovery can confirm that, oh yeah. Easy peasy. Older version of the game, let's see, that is 1.49 delta V of 3,500, 3,600 and change. What happens if we do put on another tank? No. There we go. That gets us another... So we're already down to 1.29 thrust to weight. And that's only getting us to... I mean... the magic number of delta V is 45. But we will gain thrust to weight as we burn through fuel. No need for a decoupler. Now you're just talking crazy talk. Yeah. Well, we just... Oh, and that's too much weight too, so that's definitely not gonna do it. That is just goofy looking anyways. I mean, it's still goofy looking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is the decoupler gonna make that much of a difference? So that gets us down to... that's 3,800 delta V. Empty pot of mono. Good catch. How much did that make a difference? A little bit. That gets us to just under 4,000. If we do that with a thrust to weight of 1.43. This is kind of sketchy. But let's try it out. Name of science, right? What the hell do we got to lose? So I'm hoping we make up more of that delta V as we burn through fuel, which I'm pretty sure with that long of a tank we will. Yeah, the new weight limit. Let's try it. First off, let's see if we don't tip over immediately. F5 for safety. And we're definitely going to want to max out the throttle here. Cross your fingers. Staging, right? Yeah, okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
Duct, that is the gill perfect.
Now I'm really wishing that our engineer was working, because I'd really like to keep close tabs of how much our thrust to weight is increasing. What version do I have? Probably not a good time to check. Wait until we get through the cloud cover here before initiating our roll. Version here. 14.1. Oh, that seems right. Set it to partless. Alright, let's get our... Oh, this thing. Oop, I forgot. I rotated this in the previous version, so we want to go down, not right. I have to fix that. It is slow as molasses. A little bit too far. Get back up there. No gimbling for the lose. Alright. Get back up. Let's go on the map. Uh, 35. Alright, 50K. Start nosing it down. How much fuel do I got left? Not a whole hell of a lot. Let's get up to 75. Alright. So we're just gonna have to guess at what point we should start the burn. We have not a whole lot of fuel left. Maybe it's enough. Want to nose this down at the horizon. Let's get a little bit closer. And let's start the burn now. Keeping one eye on the fuel level here. I think we're gonna make it. Maybe. Alright, I'm gonna get a little bit closer. to Apo again, because we are going to... This is going to be Razor's Edge here. Time back down. Level to the horizon. A little bit closer. Ooh, this is going to be close. We're not going to make it. We're barely not going to be... So close. And yet so far. So, let's, I should have just reverted. We could have just landed anyways, but at this point we don't want to waste... No, we would have done it on this one stage, so it would have been fine, but this is quicker. Recover. Let's get our money back, and let's check again what it's going to take to upgrade that pad. It's going to take 78,000. All right, we gotta like orbit. What can we take here? That can any easy ones like stacked coupler. Landed a curvin. That gets us nothing, but it does give us like one science. Suborbital trajectory. Suborbital trajectory, splash down. Let's do this really quick, because even though it gets us nothing, it costs just about nothing to do. And, yep. We'll wear it as a hat. We'll launch. And boom goes the dynamite. Contract complete. Now we should still get the full value for that back. Oh, what? You're telling me Jeb didn't get any experience from that? I'm outraged. Claims to work, eh? $4,700? I wasn't getting nearly that much Delta V. One girder with offset to... Oh! Yeah, see, I haven't had a lot of time to really play around with the new offset tools and whatnot. Settings. So, let's try that real quick, make sure it's working. Oh, there we go. Let's turn those off, put those on. So I'm not sure why putting it to partless makes it work, because it doesn't sound like, sound very logical, but hey, if it works, it works. Let's put that back to compact. So 5 tanks, a T-30, and a couple of parachutes. We'll try it, but I didn't think I got that much Delta V the first time. T-30. See, without even adding the parachutes, that's only getting us 4,300. So I'm not sure what changed. Three parachutes. Parachute like that. Okay, let's see. Offset. Shunk. Look at that. Pull that up. That's... yeah, it still sinks us down to just over 4,000 Delta V. And I'm pretty sure that's exactly the same setup they have there. But it is a little bit better than what's the stage recovery say? That actually looks good. How much we gotta play with? We've got a little bit to play with. What can we do to get this? Huh. This will not work, but well, it might work. That might work. Let's try it. Let's give it a shot. In the name of science. Alright, SAS on. We don't need all of this quite on there. Drag you over here. 3, 2, 1. Hold on. Let's get that down there before we give ourselves a bad day. 3, 2, 1, go. So this one little solid engine, not accelerating us that fast, was basically just there to get us through the densest part of the atmosphere. Just to give us a little push on the swing, and go! That's going to fall straight right back down onto the launch pad. hope we get out of physics range before it hits. I think we did. I think we're good. Looking good so far. Thousand meters. Let's start the turn. Go right to 90 degrees. Didn't overshoot it by nearly as much that time. Let's see. I just love that chatter. It's such a simple thing, but makes a ton of difference in the immersion. Alright, where are we? We are getting up there. Alright, let's start to flatten her out. Still shooting up. Let's go a little bit more. Let's do that. 74.5. It's probably going to be down about 73.5 by the time we're out of the atmosphere. Nope. Probably about 74 even. None of this is configured. What I would like. Oh, right, we don't have any maneuver load, so it's not showing up.
Duct, that is the kill record.
I don't need semi-major axis or inclination. I'm not inclined to have that on right now. Getting there, getting close. Point towards the horizon a little bit more. And that music shows that we are above 70K. Just a little bit. How much delta V? Oh, we should have enough, right? Stage destroyed. Who cares? Okay, we are going. Looking good. And pow. There we go. Yeah, that one little single engine, rocket engine gave us plenty of push. And we have orbit. So, next thing we want to do is... Of course, we don't have any science right now. And that gets us nothing, so... Not a lot of external science to be had with the current setup. Let's get to the other side here. And, because we're going to want to land this as close as possible to KSP to get the maximum amount of refund for the parts. Cannot warp faster. faster, damn you. Okay, so we don't have maneuver nodes, and we don't have, because we don't have a maneuver node, we do not have atmospheric trajectories enabled, so it won't tell us exactly where we're going to land. So we are going to do the age-old procedure of fudging it. In fact, I think we're going to overshoot a little bit, but I'd rather overshoot a little bit than under, because overshooting puts us into the ocean. Yeah, we're definitely going to overshoot a little bit, but that's okay. There's a lot of parts on this, and I'd rather this land into the soft embrace of the ocean than hit a mountain. And that should be... yeah, that actually looks pretty good. This path, it shows us going into the ocean, but remember, as soon as we hit the atmosphere, we're going to lose a lot of horizontal. In fact, is that far enough out in the ocean? Let's find out. Warp ahead. Get the Atmo. Let's get this pointed a little bit up so that we're kind of retro once we hit Atmo. Ah, yes, I did get that. So the 5 tanks were not getting... it was only getting about 4,000 4,000 delta V just by itself. And I'm not sure what changed between the game then or now. So I wasn't getting 4,700, but I added on a single solid stage rocket on the bottom, and it was just enough to get it into a nice orbit and deorbit. It was like perfect doing it that way. Alright, upper atmosphere. We didn't get that yet, so I guess we will get a little bit of external science. Now, I don't have deadly reentry or anything like that installed, so it doesn't really matter all that much which way we're pointed. And not to mention that this wouldn't survive actual reentry like this anyways, but I still like to keep it pointed retro. We could put this thing sideways and it's not going to change much. I also don't have Ferrum aerospace research or anything like that installed, so... I did test it. I was debating it. I just didn't think it was right for this particular instance of the game. I like Ferrum aerospace research. I cannot land for the life of me with the thing on. Because as soon as it hits the runway, it starts getting, like, lateral forces that tear it off the side of the runway, and I literally can't brake. This is actually pretty good. This is, yeah, landing within sight of the KSP in the ocean. Pretty much textbook. Oh, there's the old abandoned runway right over there. I could go straight up to get the high space report, but I think we'll eventually begin. Well, we'll find out. There might be a mission that takes us up into, like, high suborbital trajectory that we can do at the same time. Gotta try to be as economical as possible. Shoots away.
filtret eu out because I don't got to see.
7.4. And they'll probably go down a couple more tenths as we go down. Because even dropping a few hundred meters is going to mean the air down here is going to be denser. 7.3. Stage recovery said it was going to be an even 7.0 when we hit. So let's see how right it was. It is a little bit long. Maybe it wasn't counting for us being so tall. So technically, it's going to be in higher atmosphere when we hit. Ever so slightly off. Alright, now recover vessel before we tip over and crush ourselves on the water. That might be a little bit cheaty. Yes, recover as soon as you hit water so it doesn't tip over on the save wavelength. Alright. And a decent amount of funds. And Jeb is now a new level, which means we should probably start boosting Bill and Bob. Okay, so this is for the YouTube. See, this is a pretty long initial episode. I might even cut it beforehand. So if you're hearing this on the end of episode 2, then you'll know that's what I did. But this is a pretty good breakpoint for that. So on the stream, stick around. I'm not going anywhere. This is just for the local recording. But thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.